Yeah. So yeah, that was so exciting things in prototyping, and also, of course, the experience of the prototyping to commercialization. So actually, that exactly we are trying to do, right? So alternative universal design for the city. Of course, city will have everything, many kind of things, and then try to prepare playground for innovators. So this is just the beginning. So we are not doing enough, but I think we're going to invite more and more young, sort of talented innovators and also startup, and then to show that their technology, and also we're going to support them, right, continuously. And then today, I like to introduce another one. So yeah, Shane mentioned that Startup Unleashed. Actually, my name is Atsushi, and from Misuto, Singapore. And then Misuto is supporting young sort of innovators and also startup to make world better place. So we're gonna continue to support the young innovators to make something interesting happen, and also make good things happen. And then we have more than 200 sort of supporting globally across 15 countries. And then so we like to pick one startup per month, and who are actually trying to do the making a world better place. And also we ask their moment of the unleashed or leaping frog, because we are looking for like-minded people and startup. And today, so we are inviting, of course, because of the National Day is coming soon, and then we are inviting two genius researchers and also innovators from in NUS grad, and then PhD holders, and startup called CraftHealth, and Wei Qian, and also Seng. So sorry, I'm not good at this pronounce the Chinese names, so you guys can correct. But it's so exciting 4D printing technology for healthcare. So printing actually basically pills and also medicine, but not just 3D. It's a 3D printing, but also one more dimension, which is a time dimension. So in total 4D. So it could be very interesting. And then, so please welcoming Wei and also Singhan. So please come in.
Hi, hi,
Hello.
hi everyone.
Hello.
Hi Atsushi. Thank you for introduction.
Hi.
Hey. Can I see you guys video?
Hi.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Thank you.
Can?
Go ahead. Yes.
Yep.
So please show for your innovations and also your genius talent.
Yeah. So just a quick introduction. My name is Wei Jiang, and my co-founder is Seng Han. We are both from CraftHealth. So like what Atsushi has said, we are a 3D printing startup that we are trying to simplify the process of pill taking for both patients and consumers. And to do so, what we are doing is basically to 3D print different shape, size, geometries of different supplements or even pharmaceuticals. And then as what Atsushi has alluded, right, the fourth D, not 4D, but the fourth D, okay, is how it changes with time. So we are able to do controlled release. Right, some medicines require it to be released now in the body, some require it to be released later on after you have taken that tablet. So perhaps I'll just share a video of a quick introduction of what we are doing. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, can see.
There's no audio though. Is there supposed to be audio?
Okay. Give me a moment.
Yeah, you need to.
When you do the screen share, there might be a little checkbox on the bottom which says share computer audio. So you can stop sharing, and then when you start sharing again, try and look for that checkbox.
Yeah, new skill is required, even for PhDs. Can you see that?
Yeah, my
When you share screen, the one checkbox underneath.
yeah, my sorry for technical difficulty. My screen just hang. So let me restart.
Okay. Okay. Take your time. Yeah, this would happen anyway. So Murphy's Law. Yeah, by the way, you know, we are so interested in 3D printing and also additive manufacturing because it is kind of democratizing technology to wide range of people, right? Even maybe in the end consumers level, and which actually empowered people. Talked about, you know, the capitalism and also I think who control, but we believe that if we empower individual people, it could be great because they will be more independent and then they can support each other. So then, you know, it could be much maybe better society we are thinking about it. So that's why we are so passionate about 3D printing technology, not just for the sake of the 3D printing, but we feel that the potential because all those innovation will be available for many people, then I think many things could happen. So yeah, you're working on it?
Yeah, probably just give us some more time because I think the computer system has hanged. It's not
Oh,
responding.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why it's freezing. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, so by the
Sorry
way,
for that.
maybe you can answer something. So
Sure.
I just want to know why you guys started this startup. You know, of course, you know, you were expert of the 3D printing, things like that. But anything triggered you guys, you know, to start?
Yeah, definitely. So I thought just some simple introduction to who we are. Basically, we are actually both registered pharmacists in Singapore. We have actually practiced for almost 2 or 3 years in Singapore General Hospital. So really, during that time that we were practicing, we actually see some issues or rather some problems that we see facing our general populations, especially the elderlies. So really, actually, every time we dispense the medicine to them, some of these elderlies, they go home with really huge bags of medicine. Some can be up to maybe 10 tablets in a day. Even some those kidney patients, maybe 20. So a lot of them, whenever they go back, sometimes they give a puzzled look on their face. Really, we wonder how much of this complicated regimen do they actually understand in the sense how to whether to take it in the morning, afternoon, take it twice a day, 3 times a day. So we had this background information that we had on our mind. So after which, subsequently, we went on to actually do our postgraduate studies where I had the chance to actually learn more and practice hands-on on 3D printing itself, understanding more about the technology and its potential for development. So we thought that it would be very useful and even great to actually have a pill that rules them all, something that actually helps people simplify the way that they take their medications, or even this concept can be extended to daily consumers, even for their nutrition, their supplements. So really, this is why we actually started this startup.
But you know, startup is actually quite, you know, not easy, you know, path, right? So you guys, of course, can get any kind of job, and then, you know, potentially, you know, you can get many very good sort of salaries or something. And you took a sort of a tough path, which is startup. What makes you guys to pick and choose startup path, even though it's not easy?
Yeah, definitely. So some of peers actually went on to work on in pharmaceutical industry, Pfizer, GSK, and of course, definitely they're earning big bucks. But at least for us, we really felt that we had the skill set, the knowledge, and the ability to actually change, or rather change the practice of how people actually take their medications. And even those around us, some of our relatives, we do see them actually facing such issues. So we thought that really, since we have the ability to do so, why not just give it a go and see how far we can actually go on with this idea. And of course, we just graduated. What more can we lose? I mean, we don't have we're not going to create $1 million job. Yeah, why not? We just try it.
I see. Yeah. Well, actually, it's a very good start earlier. Then I think you don't need to worry about it, and because starting point is 0 anyway.
Yes,
so you can pick and choose, startup paths, and then maybe it's not easy when you had the careers and 10 years, sort of experience. Then change the job would be very tough. But that'll be great.
Right.
And then. So, and also I think we have discussed about sort of a potential of the on-demand printing, right? So 3D printing. So what kind of an impact you can make because of the potentially you can personalize, nutrition and things like that, because at this moment, the product is basically the same for everybody. It's more like a mass product, but the beauty of the 3D printing or printing is like a highly customized and also personalized. What do you think about the future of personalization or customization of the healthcare?
Definitely. So right now, the current situation is that all your different pills, your tablets are actually mass produced for everyone, so for the public. So there are always people who are so-called on the outliers, the top 5%, the bottom 5%. So really, with the ability to do personalization, be it in the dosage or the type of ingredients itself, we have the ability to accurately fabricate tablets that are uniquely suited for the individual. So of course, that is one. Two is, of course, if let's say for example, the elderly who really have to take so many tablets in a day, we really can simplify the way that they have to take their medications. And at the same time, probably improve their quality of life, make them less of a hassle to actually take the medications. And of course, definitely, 3D printing itself allows us to decentralize this kind of manufacturing itself. So in the hopefully not so far future itself, we can even actually have the ability to fabricate this kind of personalized medicine from the comfort of your own home. Yeah.
Oh, at home printing. Wow, there's a personal pill will be available every morning automatically. That sounds great. Yeah. Oh, okay. Come back.
I'm back.
So you can continue.
Sorry, my computer hang on me just now. So let's try it one more time.
Yeah, we continue the conversation. So please go ahead.
All right. Can you hear the sound?
Yes.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Wei Jiang. I'm the co-founder of CraftHealth as well as CEO.
Hi, my name is Seng. I'm the co-founder for CraftHealth. We are a healthcare technology company. Basically, what we aim to do is to simplify the way that people, consumers or patients take their supplements or their medicine.
We saw that there's this big problem in the hospital previously when we were practicing as pharmacists. We saw many patients at the counter with bags of medicines, right? So you have diabetes, cholesterol medicines, hypertension medicines, so many medicines. And it's complicated. Some are taken in the day, some at night, before food, after food. So we thought whether or not there is a solution to solve all of this. And we settled on the solution of 3D printing, which my co-founder Seng was doing his PhD on. So that's basically what we are doing here in CraftHealth in a nutshell. And like what Atsushi mentioned, right? You are talking about the fourth D, right? The 4D. So in the last few seconds,
I'm so interested in that.
Yeah. So what we can do is that imagine that pill that you have just taken is in your stomach, and that's what you would see if it's inside. And different pills, they have different times. So some of them they release it now, some of it they release later, some release over a longer period of time, and you can play around with it. And the idea is that you can combine not just one, but multiple of it into just one pill.
Oh, I see. How long, it can be, of course, usually within one day, right? But by using your technology, how long, I don't know, days or hours, and can be delayed or controlled?
So what we have done is that we are able to have it sustained release, right, over 8 hours. And the reason why 8 hours is that typically in our body, food that we eat stays in the gut about 6 to 8 hours, then we pass out. So what we're able to do is to have it inside the body for as long as 8 hours. But I think one of the more interesting things that we can share is that we are also recognizing that why just combine multiple medicines into a single pill? That's resolving the number. Can we resolve the frequency at what you just said? So we are also looking at how we are able to have a pill that stays in the body longer than a day. So it could be 3 days, 4 days, or perhaps a week.
Oh, weeks.
Yeah.
Wow, it is possible. Almost 7 days. So you just one pill, and then
you settle it for
do nothing for 1 week potentially. Oh, just 1 week, and once a week, and then wow, that's very easy. I see. Could you say some sort of use cases like I think we discussed like even for athlete, like not just for the kind of nutrition, but maybe for athlete it could be good sort of athletes sometimes taking pills for energize and also boost up, and do you have sort of any use cases, something like that?
Yeah. So following our conversation previously, we were thinking about it, and we did some research, right? And we realized that athletes, they have very fixed regimes, exercise regimes, diet controls. So basically, the whole day, the whole week is already planned out for them. And what is interesting is that from there we are able to help to simplify the process. So imagine them taking a pill for supplementation for the early stage of training. Maybe it's not so intense. Later on, there is more intense training, and then subsequently you will have something to cool down, and rest and recover. So you can have supplements for that every stage of the way, and you can do it in advance. And what is interesting is that different athletes at different phases in their training, they also requires different kind of supplementation, right? Because they usually step up or step down, or they adjust the breadth of their training accordingly. So you can also personalize in that aspect for the athlete. And what it does is that it takes away the concern that am I receiving enough supplements? Did I take my supplements? There's a million and one things that they already have to think about. And this sort of push it right at the back of the mind. Just remember to take it once at the start of the day.
I see. That's great. So that's actually quite interesting, because when it's personalized, that depend on the condition, maybe sensors and things like that could be required, but capturing data based upon the personal data, that you can change the nutrition. If we have that machine at home, so every day in the morning is a personalized pill will be printed, and then just take it maybe once a week or twice a week. That would be very interesting. So, and then one more question is, obviously we are facing a COVID-19 kind of thing, and then do you imagine your technology can be addressing some sort of a issue, because COVID-19 is all about the healthcare issues, right? And of course, at this moment, no sort of a medicine and also no vaccine. But I heard that's quite important to maintain strong immune system, body antibody, something like that. Do you see something opportunities for you?
Yep. So we see it in a few perspectives. Of course, the most direct one is that you're able to personalize the supplements to the individual to boost the immunity, and that reduces how susceptible the person is to succumbing to a virus like COVID.
I see.
But if we zoom out, right, perhaps we can also look at it from another point of view, from the supply side, because you are able to 3D print the tablets, right? Basically, anywhere. And there are many issues now about supply chains, right? Supply chains are being disrupted, right?
Yeah.
So medicines that are produced, a lot of them are produced in India, some are produced in China. Maybe because of restrictions, they cannot move down.
Right.
So the idea is that at least we'll be able to have some decentralized form of manufacturing. And the idea is that today it could be COVID, tomorrow it could be something else,
different one, right?
Yeah, it'd be COVID-19 and COVID 20 or 21. So and what it needs to print can be adjusted accordingly, right? So that's another case that we're looking at as well.
Yeah, so it's not just a personalized, but also I think adjusting to what for, right? And then the different purpose, of course, objectives need a different combination. So that's also customizable. And also, solving supply chain is a big deal because we could not believe, long supply chain can be maintained under this pandemic, right? So it's quite broken. I see. Yeah, so maybe last question is that, it's kind of, since this is a start unleashed, right? So unleashed mean that, you could have something moment, right? When you guys decided to start up, or maybe you found something technological breakthrough. Wow, we found it. So you guys should have some sort of unleashed moment, now or in the past or now or sometime. So could you share that kind of unleashed moment especially for next generation founders, potential founders of startups?
Yeah. So I think one thing you can share is quite interesting. If you look back to way back, when both Seng and myself were doing our PhD, we wanted to do something different after we graduate, right? So we're always in the lab, always writing papers. After a while, it gets a bit boring, and we want to do something useful,
right?
So one of the key things that we found that was very important for us was when we were practicing in pharmacies, we saw many patients going home with bags of medicines, right? Now, they have the 3 good friends, right? The cholesterol, hypertension, diabetes.
Right.
You have medicine. So we started off thinking, how can we resolve that? Is there a way to make use of what we have learned? And we did not immediately settle on 3D printing. We went through a lot of different ideas,
options. I see.
Yeah. Maybe an app, maybe a smart pill box, maybe this pill box that can prompt you to take your medicine. And there was this maybe about a week or so or more before we realized that actually what Seng was doing could be used. So it was just right in front of us, but we did not see it until suddenly we saw that, okay, maybe what Seng was doing could be used to combine different medicines, and that was that moment that really, actually, what he's been researching on could actually be used as a technology to resolve a very old problem. So it's a new approach to an old problem.
I see. So that kind of interesting moment happened. I think different perspective can come together, and you guys, okay, wow, interesting idea, and then let's start the startup. But I asked same question to Seng, but to start startup is not easy, right? So you have many options, right, in terms of jobs, right, and potentially high salary and very stable job, and parents will be happier,
especially in Singapore,
right? Happy, especially in Singapore. And I know many Singaporean maybe think about, I want to do, but maybe 99% cases take a safe side, right? Yes. You guys could be a rare, I don't know, 1%, 10% guys, right? Yeah. Why did you choose the tough side
Yeah.
of studying?
So we figured, after we graduate, right? I mean, definitely there are options waiting for us. But these are options that is tried and tested, right? And one thing that we were always looking for is, how do we learn
I see.
many things in a short period of time?
Mm.
And doing your own startup is a way to learn many things, not just the science, everything else.
Right. A lot, right?
A lot
360.
of things in a very short period of time. And you get curveballs thrown at you. You get COVID-19 suddenly appearing out of nowhere, and you have to adapt to it. So
Right.
that is in a way a process where you can grow, and you can grow very quickly in a very short amount of time.
So in that sense, you guys are kind of interested in not just doing thing and job, but also I think potential of the growth, right? Learning, the process itself, you think much more enjoyable than just do some defined job in a large corporation and also large structure. I see. Very interesting. Okay, I think a time has come. So thank you so much. And then,
Thank you.
of course, you guys are a part of our portfolio companies, of course, so we're going to support continuously. And then
Yes,
I'm
thank you.
so impressed continuously, actually. And also, by the way, last question, then maybe prototyping perspective, when you guys could finish a sort of a prototype which will actually print some sample nutrition and also medicines?
Yep. So we are already able to 3D print some formulations, and we are getting tested. So that's the formulation part of it. The 3D printer part of it, actually, we are quite excited ourselves, is that we are also prototyping it, and it will be out sometime in September.
September.
So
good.
September we probably can invite you to come over, take a look at the machine, and it's the first prototype and how it works. So you can have not just the video, but the actual machine printing out the pills.
Yeah, great. Yeah, hopefully we can get one machine in JID so that we can get the pills and customized pills, and then we can be much healthier, because of the every day we can take it. All right. So thank you so much. And then, maybe when you finish the product, I think you guys can come again and then to show us. All right.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Atsushi. Thanks, Wei Jiang. Thanks, Seng Han. So we are up to our last segment of today's program. Sorry for the delay in time. We'll be skipping the community chit chat. So next we'll be having Jaden to talk about what we're going to be doing.